All right, guys, so back again. All right, so this here is a parts kit for the new 2024 DXF-10. After the success of the Harbor Frieght prototype, I've decided to create a new product and basically revise that prototype. Now, the prototype is designed around the Harbor Frieght air tank. So we have some limitations with that. Plus, we're trying to develop something that's going to be like a weld kit for the DIYer. But this, we don't have that limitation because we can process the steel and cut our own shells. So this is going to be a 10-inch gasifier versus the 9-inch, which is the Harbor Frieght air tank diameter. So this gasifier is going to be an inch bigger, but the internal core, the insulation rings, are going to be the same as the Harbor Frieght. So what that's going to allow is another inch of the insulation, of that ceramic insulation that I put in that unit. And this stuff here is really the key to that success. This is a very dense insulation. All right, so I went ahead and designed the new machine, and it's going to be offered with a larger hopper than I used on the prototype. And the reason for that is when we ship this, actually when we order the parts, we're going to order everything together per order from our supplier. And then they ship all this stuff in a nice box for us. So we'll retain the box and all the packaging. And that's going to lower our costs because, you know, boxes are expensive. I don't know if you ever had to price those things out, but they're pretty expensive. So that's going to be a cost savings. Plus, it'll make it easier to ship the unit. So the plan is once we have everything built, we're going to put everything inside the hopper and then repackage it in the box. So you will have to assemble the unit. However, all the fabrication will be done, including the barrel drum. We'll cut the hole with a plasma cutter and mount everything up, do all, drill all the mounting holes and everything. And everything will be all pre-welded. You're just going to have to bolt it together, and we'll do a video probably on this unit after I build it. Kind of do like an unboxing, a fake unboxing where I box it up and then unbox it. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this build. This machine does have some changes. Like I said, there is some limitations going from a DIY project to a production fab system. So like the ammo box, we're not doing that for the ash clean out. We're going to build our own ash clean out. And that'll have a door with a latch. And then the exhaust port is actually going to be built into the clean out door. And that's going to have a screen built into it. So that's what this is. So that's a big port. That's a 1.5-inch MPT surface mount fitting. And 1.5-inch pipe is just under 2 inches. So 2-inch hose will work perfect with that. If you want to just do a slip-on hose onto a 1.5-inch nipple coming out of there, that's fine if you want to do it that way. However, we're going to be using the quick connect couples, so those are a bit pricey. I mean, just some things alone are $8 a piece. I think them are $16. And then the aluminum, yeah, it's in the back. That aluminum one in the back is what has the clasp on it. That's over $20 a piece. So yeah, just for the hose, we're going to be in at $100. This hose here, that orange hose, it's $22 a foot. At least from the vendor we get it from. You can get it cheaper, but you gotta wait. Where this vendor is next day shipping. So yeah, and then there is revisions to automate this machine. The grate is going to be mounted in two different configurations. An automated configuration where it's basically going to be on a spindle coming up through the bottom, and that's actually what this is for. This will be the spindle housing. This will get packed with ceramic rope, and then this will be laid out for a round bar, and that'll extend up, and there'll be attachment for this grate. Now this is this is actually a floor grate, but they actually they work better for a gasifier than they do a floor grate. They work really well. So this is the grate, but this grate comes at a cost. It's $55, so it's not cheap. But it's way better than what we can manufacture. So, and we don't have to build it, so it's less we have to build. So that has some pros and cons. The cons the price, but we'll live with it unless it becomes a problem and drives our cost too high. But it's only $50. So the other configuration is actually this grate. We'd be looking at it from the bottom. There'll be pins that we're going to drill holes into this, and there'll be pins that slide through here, and they'll just rest on those pins, and then you'll slide the pin that way, and then lift up and pull it out, and you'll be able to drop the grate to clean out the reduction system. So if you get clinkers and stuff that accumulate, you'll be able to easily clean those out. So that's a really huge feature on this unit, because that'll allow you to run charcoal and a downdraft invert gasifier. Some other things, we added some feet to the stand legs and then the top caps. This is these fittings here are for the water tank. This is for the flare cup. That's the ignition port. One secondary jet. The other secondary, the primary jet here. And then all of our flanges. And then this here is a pull latch for the clean out door. So yeah, all this right here, my cost from the vendor. That's about $550 worth of stuff right there, just in that. But when we go to this, it's gonna be a lot easier on us. Building the DFX, there's a lot to it. These here, the reactor cores here, the fusions, and then we have to form the skins. So these are all the shells of them for the next orders. So we have to form them. That's all done by hand and with this guy, and that thing is slow. And it takes like 10-15 minutes just to bend one of the S4 up with that thing, because that hydraulic cylinder works really, really slow. It takes forever. So yeah, it's going to simplify things, and to be honest, this is actually a better machine. It's going to be it's going to be capable of more. The prototype really excelled, especially when we did the 50-50 mix. The DFX can run 50% as well, but not quite as well as that prototype did. That prototype did a really good job. The gas was clean. It ran really stable. It made good power. I don't think the current DFX can match that unit. So yeah, it had me rethinking things a bit, and so we are gonna go this direction with this unit. So you're gonna get something that's more versatile. It's gonna be lower cost. We're gonna produce it faster. Um, it's actually simpler. So it's just win, 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 win. So this is where we're going. All right, guys. I'll be following up here soon. Probably this weekend. I'll start building this guy. Right now I'm by myself. Chris, the weld tech, is out. He had to have surgery, so he will be gone for 6 weeks, and it'll be just me here manning the ship. So I'll be all alone. So I have a lot going on. I'm still writing code for the versifier. We have some other stuff going on with that besides just the code writing. And then the design work for this thing, and then the design work for a version of this to replace that reactor. So because I'm trying to think ahead here. The versifier is basically going to become a docking station for the new DXF. So one reactor is gonna work on that as well. So there'll be some things that will change on it. Not as far as like the way we build it. It's just we might be building an attachment for it to add the ash or the charcoal removal, and then maybe a different grate that will allow better charcoal production. But as far as the reactor goes and the way it attaches to the hopper, that's going to be all the same. So that'll interchange. And then basically we got to figure out some kind of docking system to where it mates up to the versifier system. And we'll probably come out with different sizes. I guess it really depends on how well this one performs. I mean, if this barely produces enough gas to take a house off grid, then going smaller isn't going to cut it. But if it does perform, if it overproduces, then yeah, we could probably do a smaller system where you might be able to heat your house or a tiny home or anyway with a system this small. So yeah, this thing's gonna be cool. All right, guys. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.